Golf is hard. My name is Dan, and I'm 600 hours into a 10,000-hour journey to qualify for a professional golf tournament.
Oh, God.
The new Dan plan is challenging Malcolm Gladwell's theory from Outliers. What can a man with limited golf experience do if he put 10,000 focused hours into this game? If I was going to go into something that was going to get me good at competitive golf, I needed to get competitive reps in. So I signed up for the USAM Tour. Sandpiper is a hard course. I really felt that I played well, with the exception of my putting.
6 times I gave myself a makeable second putt. I either blew it past or was way short.
And it cost me the tournament. On the drive home, I was so upset. My next tournament is in 30 days. 30 days to put in as much practice, find the tools that I need, put in hours specifically for putting so that I don't leave myself with 6-3 putts a day. I have so much more work to do. Before Sandpiper, the skill levels that I was competing with, if you could avoid penalties, you could place first or second in most tournaments. Moving up, if you missed a putt, the person behind you was going to sink theirs.
So, if I want to get good at golf, and I do, we need to lose the strokes right here.
So for the next 30 days, I'm going to show you the drills, the gear, the data, and we're going to find out how much you can improve your putting.
There's a stigma out there where people think that they can't achieve things, and that is the reason why we are doing this.
My name is Lee Breckenridge. I'm a professional golf instructor. I've been teaching for 50 years, and I've given around 100,000 individual lessons. You know, Daniel came in here about a year ago shooting over 100, and now he's down in the low 80s, and the progress has been amazing, you know, and he's really put in a tremendous amount of work into it. Normally, we would say if you can improve 5 or 6 shots in a year, is pretty good. Now, he's working much harder than the average person, much harder, a lot more hours.
I think what a lot of people don't realize about what 10,000 hours actually looks like is that if you were to do this full time, that's about 2,000 hours a year, and that would be a 5-year commitment. And I'm doing this with a full-time job as a husband, father of 4, and I can only get about half of those hours in, which makes this a 10-year journey for me. The devil on my shoulder is very quick to say you could be spending that 10,000 hours doing something else. But if you're successful at anything, you know that success comes on the other side of hard. So the first thing I want to do is dissect my problem. And so I'm diving into my Tangent app and really looking at the statistics. In order to do this the right way, I'm actually going to reach out to Dallas, and we're going to go through this together.
I'm Dallas, the founder and developer of Tangent.
Hey, Dallas, what's up, man?
How we doing? How'd it go?
It went okay. I placed second, and I have to be happy about that. 37 putts is a disaster. 6-3 putts.
But so I don't like tracking number of putts in general. I think that's kind of the wrong metric to look at. A lot of times, number of putts is more reflective of your ball striking than it is of your putting.
I always thought putting was about how many strokes you take, but it turns out that's kind of the wrong stat.
On the PGA Tour, I mean, anytime you watch golf on TV, you have to kind of process that I am watching a highlight reel.
So really, all that matters is strokes gained.
Here is what strokes gained means. Forget how many putts you took. What matters is, from where you were standing, did you do better or worse than a scratch golfer would? That's it. My numbers were telling me I was getting crushed inside of 5 feet.
Let's say you were able to miraculously knock away those 6-3 putts, you go from a 87 to whatever that is, an 81. Probably win your flight and feel pretty good about the day.
Now we have a massive opportunity 5 feet and in, but do we have the right equipment to get it done? Is my putter the problem? It's usually user error, but I need to find out. So I did what anyone would do. I went down the rabbit hole.
Let's go check out some putters.
Best putters of 2025, training aids, anything that can give you an edge. And that's when I found something interesting.
For me, the best putter of 2025 goes to the Spoiler. Absolutely blew me away.
So I had to hop on the phone.
What's up, Dan?
What's up, Dan? Thank you so much for hopping on with me. I just wanted to get to know you guys and kind of, help me.
And I think if you're using our putter, right, with, I just got a rounded edge to it, which is going to impart a purer roll, less skid, less backspin earlier in the putt than a flat face putter would. If you don't have any tool that's showing you that you're missing them and that there's a reason why you're missing them, how do you actually get better? I think it's all about just getting reps in and feeling uber confident that when you put a roll on the ball, it's going to do what you think it's going to do.
I have 23 days left until my tournament. I've decided to focus on 3 putting drills that are going to help change the way that I putt with this new spoiler putter. This one is called the straight putt drill.
You can do a straight putt drill starting at 3 feet, backing all the way up to say 8, 9, 10 feet. And the idea is just, can I get this on the line that I want? You want to track the results. It's not how many did you make, it's what happens when you miss.
Ever since I've switched to the spoiler putter, one thing that I notice is I feel everything.
Our putter will actually show you by bouncing the ball. So you'll get visual feedback. So it's almost like, I don't know, you got an on-course putting coach at all times.
I can say I made that putt, but that wasn't a good stroke. I did not hit it at the right descending angle. It's kind of the whole point of the spoiler putter. So this next drill is a pullback drill. And what's really cool about this is it simulates what you see a lot on the open green. I let the Tangent app guide me, give myself 3 feet, and I go ahead and putt away. After I've made it, it tells me that my next putt is gonna be from 5 feet. And say I missed. It's where I missed from, I'm gonna go pull back and putt again until I make it. That's why it's called the pullback drill.
So what it does for you is it gets you really good at controlling your speed because you have to get it close, but it gives you a lot of reps of those testy putts between 3 and 6 feet that do kind of separate your round.
All right, guys, so the third and final drill here is the circle drill. So I go ahead and I step out 3-foot putts, and I'm going to mark them in 8 separate locations around the green.
So circle drill, it gives you a really good chance to read a lot of putts, and assuming that hole is cut on some degree of a slope, you're gonna experience every type of putt, all the combinations as you navigate in a circle around that hole.
"30 days of working with a new putter. 30 days of my wife hearing the putting mat in our bedroom as she's trying to sleep. 30 days of grinding on this one particular skill." I don't know what to tell you. We have so much more work to do.
Do you think what I'm doing is ridiculous? Of trying to put in 2,000 hours.
And I love every bit of it. Yeah, it's stupidly ridiculous. But like, what an excuse to go play golf. Well done. 2, like, why not? Look at this. This looks crazy as a putter, right? There was no reason for us to ever go and try and go build this into a company. And 2 years in, Rick Shields says we're the best putter at 2025.
Better than expected. That's better than I expected, it really is.
Like, there's all sorts of things in the world that we think would be fun, but we never actually take a chance. But before we know it, it's all done, man. So go get after it and let us know how we can help you on your journey.
We made it to day 30, tournament day. First tee jitters are a real thing until you hear this.
Please help me welcome to the tee, Mr. Daniel Bagdasarian.
And then you let go.
We were so excited to hear about this tournament. So, how did it go?
Golf is hard because you can put all of your effort into being better at one part of this game and watch the other parts fall. We finished the round 17 over. Bogey golf is not something that I'm going to sit here and tell you is a good round for me at this point. First hole, par 5, we bogeyed, we had 2 putts. Second hole, parred the hole, another 2 putts. Hole 5, we had our first 3 putt of the day. Hole 9, we had our second 3 putt of the day. After the first 10 holes, 3 putts weren't really an issue. The biggest scale of improvement here was on those short putts. At Los Serranos, I gained almost a stroke on a scratch putter. I was putting better than a scratch putter 5 feet and in. when that same putt was costing me 3 strokes at Sandpiper. If that isn't proof of improvement, I don't know what is. My best putt of the day comes on hole 16. 60 feet out, tap in birdie. Probably one of the best holes of golf I've ever played. Finished up the tournament, 8th place.
Thank you.
Did I putt better? Yes. Did the spoiler putter make me a better putter? Yeah. Do I still have a lot of work to do? Absolutely.
In the last month or two, quite a bit of improvement for his putting. So, a good player is going to 3-putt for 18 holes maybe once or twice. And he's probably around that now, where before it was probably 6 or 7 3-putts, which is a big, big deal. He's a good athlete. We're hitting the ball further than I thought we would at this point, which is a good thing too. So he's going to be a really good player. I mean, how good he's going to be and where it's going to go, we'll have to see.
The numbers got better and the putting got better. But sitting here now, looking at what's ahead, this journey is bigger than putting. This entire thing is crazy. The 10,000 hours is crazy. The 30 days of putting is crazy. I know how it sounds. But there was always this speech that sat with me. And it was Jim Carrey speaking at a graduation ceremony.
You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here.
Where he talks about this beautiful story about his dad being a comedian and might have even been funnier than him.
My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job.
And then he ends the speech with something that I hold very near to my heart. And this is why I do what I do.
I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
You can do the hard things. It doesn't mean it's guaranteed to happen. You can fail at what you don't want. So might as well take a chance doing what you love. This was never really just about putting. It's about proving that the work works. Tangent gave me the numbers and the spoiler gave me the feedback. But what actually changed was me. And we're just getting started. If you're gonna subscribe to one new account today, consider this one. And I'd love to hear from you guys along this journey, because the next chapter might be even crazier than this one.